Running a Fever, episode 32. More goodness, less badness.
Well, hello and welcome to Running a Fever. It's Friday, so that means that since we haven't had an episode since last Saturday, that I didn't really get out midweek like I was hoping to. And, it's been a long week. I was on call and I had to really just pretty much stay up all night one night and had to do a lot of work at late in the evening for another night and had to stay late at work when I had other things going on in the evening, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I don't know that this would have necessarily been a problem back when I was doing this every day, because I, was in that habit and it was hard to break it. I think the reason that it didn't work out was because I've not been used to working out. So it's real easy not to do something that you're not in the habit of doing. I lost 4 pounds this week and gained it all back last night. So this week I did not get the food I needed. I did not get the sleep that I needed. I really had a lot of vulnerability to various, temptations. I was able to resist for a while. That one night that I had to stay up all night, I didn't actually eat any snacks or anything. But then last night, after we got this contest and we have our weigh-ins on Thursday, so I weighed in. I was safely under. You get a strike if you go over and you gain weight during a week, so I did lose weight. But it's going to be that much harder because of what I did last night, which is eat a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have eaten, and too much of it. Part of that was just stress and not having enough sleep and probably not having sufficiently eaten the rest of the week. This is something that occasionally I'm going to have to deal with. And I think I just have to accept that sometimes I'm going to get off the tracks for a little bit. I think the important thing is to limit the time and get right back into my program. I haven't had lunch today. It's almost 1 o'clock. I had I had a fairly substantial breakfast, so on those days I sometimes do not eat lunch. But I generally think it's also a good idea to eat 3 meals a day. But hopefully that kind of breakfast is not going to be a regular thing. I mean, it isn't. And there are no cars in the parking lot. Very nice day today. Sun is out, 56 degrees. And I've reached the quarter-mile point, so I'm heading back to the car. Didn't take long. Looks like somebody has a husky out there with them. It's a beautiful dog. Jet trails through the blue sky. And let me take let's see if I can get a picture of that. So one of those pictures will hopefully turn out, and maybe I'll put them both in the blog post. That frisbee came really close, 10 feet. Hopefully I don't get hit in the head. Not sure which one they're shooting for. Don't think I can go out tomorrow. I might go out Sunday, but I may just have to take a hit this week and hope for something better next week. Maybe a Tuesday morning or Wednesday or Thursday afternoon. My schedule's pretty wrapped up in the evenings these days. Feeling fine. I've had some back pain, and it's kind of strange because it's exactly the same pretty much as my old nerve back pain, except it's on the other side, which I haven't really felt, at least not for a long time. I mean, some things have happened. Of course, I've lost sleep and been sitting in my chair for hours at a time. And had that medical procedure earlier this week. So who knows? But I think exercise generally is good for that sort of thing. I'm not doing a lot of core strengthening, but the walking sure doesn't help. I mean, it does help, I'm sure. It doesn't hurt, that's what I meant to say. So the idea is to get out, do something, and not have pain. If I have pain, I need to stop. And that's pretty much my mantra going forward. You have to be aware of things like this back thing, but certainly just not want to be too aggressive and not be worried about my goal or anything like that, because it's a long-term goal. My immediate goal is to be healthy again and to start, I think I am healthy. Don't really notice my knee at all. There's no pain, no discomfort. In the last few days, it's been non-existent. So a success in healing. I don't know, from what the doctor was talking about, it should actually be stronger after this healing. Put stress on those bones, and when they give, they heal back stronger, more dense. And so it's a good thing, but the method of getting there wasn't good. So at this point I have 30 pounds less stress. So times 6, that's 180 pounds that I've taken off my knee, which is really a good thing, and I hope will make a big difference. And I'm not done, even though I'm basically a week behind now, thanks to last night. I'm back on track. I'm exercising, and I am gonna have probably will have lettuce wrap, the recipe for which I should have already posted. And tomorrow morning, probably a patty or two of sausage. Continue with the regular plan there. So there it is. I finally made it out. Got back on the trail. That's good. That's good. That's good. So in keeping with my low impact program, I'm not going to go out tomorrow, but I went out a little bit a day early, so I think I will be safe and going out Monday or any day thereafter. So again, shooting for 2 days in the coming week, and we may do that for a month or so. I don't know. I think it's pretty safe to go out, but we're doing this on a gradual basis. I'm not in any hurry, because I know that over time I will get better and will have more resistance to injury as time goes on. So that's the plan, to just take advantage of time, keep working out, just keep the train moving on the tracks, not derail. If we slip a little bit off the tracks, get right back on and get going straight ahead again. For a while now, I thought of myself as doing well in terms of getting the sleep I need, getting the food that I need, and that sustaining me throughout the day, mentally, physically, but most importantly, just mentally, really. I think it's the brain that needs all this, and the brain is important to everything that I do, even exercise. The brain just plays a big part in that. So having the brain be properly fueled is very important, with oxygen and all the good brain things that come with sleep, and also with 3 meals a day. Understanding that I can't really do that all the time, if I think I've been doing it, it underlines the importance that when it hits around 10 o'clock at night, I need to be thinking about going to bed, getting that full amount, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, ideally. 9 seems a little bit too long for me, but 8, I can definitely take advantage of that. And 3 good meals a day. I really, other than this week, I haven't had a lot of desire to go off and, eat something, and eat too much of it. I think even the things that are really rich in sugar or fat or any of those things that are bad for my diet program, it's okay to have them in reasonable amounts. I can have a slice of pizza. Might have to adjust my schedule a bit for the following, 24 hours or something, but I still need to eat a meal 3 times a day. In that vein, I'm going to go, and when I get home, which will be just in another minute or so, and I promise that I will eat something for lunch. It doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to be something. I've tried the water thing, and that's it sort of works because it does take up space in my stomach, but it still doesn't really do much for that hunger that I sometimes feel. It needs to be something a little more substantial than that. I've been getting by some days with just having an apple for lunch, even half an apple one day, just so there's something in there keeping the stomach busy and the body operating the way it should, and your brain having at least something to work on. Because we need to burn fat, but we don't need to burn in a starving mode. Starving mode is bad. Anyway, we've had a lot of good and bad things today. This is good, this is bad. Pretty simplistic way to look at things. Sometimes that is how you look at it. Looking for more goodness and less badness in our lives. That's what I got the fever for. RunningAfever.com. I'll talk to you next time.
This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaMedia.com.